Conor says Khabib scurried away at a time where there's so much competition. So he did a sit-down interview with Ariel Helwani.
Who else would it really be?
I kind of wish this was like an in-person one because it wasn't in person. They recorded it as if it was like in person. Like
but the camera setup was nice though. Did you watch the camera when he was interviewing MacLife? Like the camera was like terrible quality. Yeah, and then with the Helwani pot thing, it was like amazing quality.
Because Helwani has ESPN on their side, so they probably had ESPN already in Abu Dhabi, and they had all the camera equipment, so they set it up there, and then they said, Ariel, like, here you go to record this, or they probably sent people to his house. Bro. Huh?
Usopp.
Usopp what?
Helwani.
Usopp, boy, so rude. Usopp is an anime character that has a really long really long nose, so some shade, some disrespect. You'll never getting on Ariel Helwani's show ever in your life. Thank you very much. I don't mind. I'll go. I'll defend him. No problem. Anyways,
Ibn Ali Abdulaziz, Herbal Dean.
Yo, that's the goal. Ali Abdulaziz on this podcast,
bro. It's not Herb Dean, bro. It's Herbal
Dean. Yeah, we'll talk about Herbal Dean in a later topic, but. So Conor,
if he dies, he dies.
What? Listen, stop. Conor had this interview with Ariel Helwani. It was about like 40 minutes or something. It was pretty long. He talked about a lot of stuff. He talked about how Conor handled the pandemic and what he did for his country of Ireland. I was watching. I tried to watch most of it. I was actually watching it while I was talking to you before recording, and other points of my morning. But he talked about what he did during the pandemic, and just he didn't really ask too many crazy questions. But one topic that came up a lot was Khabib and the situation with
Khabib
with the lightweight title and what's gonna happen. So Conor nowadays is humble Conor. He's adult Conor. I don't know how old he is.
He still hates Khabib. I think he's like 32 or 33.
Yeah, he's in his prime. You know, he's looking like Triple H these days. If you see him, he's got the whole look, that wide face. His head looks like it's getting bigger and bigger by the day. But he talked about how he was asked about Khabib in the situation, and do you think a fight with Khabib is going to come up anytime soon or in 2021? And he said basically, I'm up to it, but I commented more about Khabib not being a champion anymore and not giving up his title and not and basically retiring. And he said,
he's not really one to talk, man. Like he left and came back at least probably 3 times, you know. He even went on Twitter. He had a cake saying that like he retired. Like he had a birthday cake saying that like he retired and then he came back. So
in his mind, there may be 2 different things, because his was done for political reasons and maybe like other reasons, as opposed to Khabib where it's legitimate, where he's actually
politically how.
Conor wanted more money, had issues with the UFC and getting certain fights, being allowed to do.
Right? So.
Yeah, so all the times that he like fake retired, it had to do with Uncle Dana and his like agreements and all that kind of stuff, like money wise.
Man, Uncle is the bad man, man.
You know, Uncle Dana is just a hard hitter, you know.
Dangerous, man.
He says a lot of stuff and then people forget about it, and then the thing that he said doesn't actually happens. So that's a different story. But Conor was talking about how he scurried away, and how could you go away when all this competition is around you? How can you
like
leave
what competition,
the division?
What
competition? What do you mean there's no
competition? Seriously. He beat Conor, he beat Poirier, he beat Gaethje, and he beat them all in impressive fashion too, right? Who else is left? What is it? Like Michael Chandler? Bro, who wants Michael Chandler? Okay. He just comes here, he makes weight, and then goes home, right?
But in between making of weight and going home, he would fight, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, but sometimes. Not always.
he's going to this next card. So
Hopefully, let's see.
let me give you a list of people that he could fight. Okay, I'm talking about Conor McGregor 2. I'm talking about
the first fight.
Dustin Poirier 2. I'm talking about
I don't want to see that.
Charles Oliveira, Du Bronx 1.
I don't want to see that.
We made a whole video that's supposed to be coming out. When is this supposed to come out? Soon? Anyways.
Monday morning.
Yeah, but this is... I don't know when
so
this is.
You'll see it by the time it's uploaded. You'll see by.
Yeah, you'll check the channel. It's basically an inside look at...
Closer look.
A closer look if Khabib were to actually face Charles Oliveira, right? So... how does it go? What does Charles Oliveira do good?
And spoiler alert, he loses.
Why are you spoiling it for, bro? Let them watch the video.
Yeah, but they can watch it, but they have to watch that.
No, they're not gonna watch it now because you just told them the ending.
No, they're gonna watch it.
God damn it. Anyways, watch it for me, please. Watch it for me. I worked really hard on it, and he worked out really hard on it too.
You worked hard on it, bro.
Let me finish my sentence. Hold on. I worked very hard on it. Pause. He worked very hard on it as well, and
in quotations,
hard. Anyway, yeah. So we did a video on that. You can probably go check it out. It looks at what does Khabib, what troubles Khabib would have, and how he would basically game plan for Charles. This is like what we think his game plan would most likely be would look like, or what we think his approach would be similar to. But there's other fights than Charles Oliveira. There's Dan Hooker, which would give him
there's
problems.
Tony Ferguson.
There's Tony Ferguson. You never know. Tony Ferguson can win his next fight. And
there's a Max Holloway fight.
Let's go.
If Max Holloway moves up.
Max Holloway, yeah.
After that fight last night, man.
Yeah. Let's keep that for the next topic. But Max Holloway, Michael, the Beast Chandler. I don't even know.
Michael, come here, make weight, go home, Chandler. Yo, honestly, listen.
Michael Participation Award Chandler.
I throw so much shade on Michael Chandler, but honestly, he's a sick guy. Yeah. I've been watching more of his interviews, man. This guy is like really well spoken, you know, like he knows what he's talking about. So he's a good fighter.
Yeah. But. Yeah. So how can you tell how he fights from an interview?
I watched some of his clips from Bellator.
The cap.
What do you mean cap? What do you mean cap? What do you mean cap? What do you mean cap?
Anyways, whatever. Yeah. So there's a bunch of people at like lightweight. It doesn't necessarily mean like any of those guys are guaranteed to beat Khabib. It's more of a matter of there is competition. So there are fights for you to fight in that division. So you can test your skills and fight people. In terms of like scurrying away, I think Conor has some bad blood for Khabib still. He's trying to get under Khabib's skin and also leave the door open for a potential rematch in 2021 that he's hoping for, or he's working towards soon. Yeah.
So let's see what happens tonight.